As the Nigerian president assures the world that the country is now stable, key opposition voices are erupting in dissent, exposing fractures not only across party lines but across the nation itself, with Peter Obi boldly confronting Edo's Governor Okpebholo and Rabu Kwankwaso slamming President Tinubu over northern marginalization. A sobering question rises: is Nigeria truly at peace or just simmering under the surface? In a series of high-profile political exchanges this week, Nigeria's fragile unity has once again come under scrutiny. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's assertion that Nigeria is now stable was swiftly met with biting criticism, not from fringe actors, but from two of the country's most influential opposition leaders, Peter Obi, former Labour Party presidential candidate, and Rabu Musa Kwankwaso, leader of the NNPP and former Kano governor. Their responses weren't just campaign rhetoric, they were pointed indictments of governance, inclusion, and federal power dynamics. In this report, we dissect what these statements reveal about Nigeria's political climate, regional grievances, and the contested definition of stability. Tensions reached a boiling point in Edo State after reports emerged that Labour Party leader Peter Obi was allegedly warned against visiting the state by figures loyal to Governor Monday Okpebholo. In defiance, Obi not only visited, but addressed supporters with sharp criticisms of state-level suppression and political intimidation, framing his move as a stand for democratic rights. Speaking in Edo, Obi declared that no Nigerian needs permission to move freely within their own country, directly challenging the legitimacy of Okpebholo's alleged threat. Supporters saw the move as a reaffirmation of his commitment to grassroots politics, while critics of the governor saw it as a moment that exposed the culture of fear and executive overreach present in many Nigerian states. The episode goes beyond personal rivalry. It touches on Nigeria's broader federalism crisis, where state governors often exercise unchecked authority and opposition leaders are routinely obstructed. Obi's defiance, framed as a constitutional stand, could invigorate his national appeal, especially among younger voters disillusioned with the political status quo. Meanwhile, in the north, Rabu Kwankwaso launched a scathing critique of President Tinubu's administration, accusing it of sidelining northern Nigeria in key appointments, economic considerations, and federal decision-making. Speaking at a party event in Kano, Kwankwaso asserted that the north has become an afterthought under Tinubu and warned that continued marginalization could fuel further disunity. The former governor criticized the distribution of federal infrastructure, alleging that major projects and funds disproportionately favor the Southwest. He also accused the Tinubu government of neglecting the security and economic recovery of the North, despite the region's outsized role in electoral victory and national food production. Kwankwaso's statements resonate with a familiar grievance, that of political exclusion and developmental neglect, sentiments that have fueled unrest in Nigeria's Middle Belt and far north. If not addressed, such rhetoric could crystallize into a broader movement of northern resistance to Tinubu's policies, reviving ethno-regional bloc politics that have long defined Nigeria's unstable coalition-building culture. In a recent address to investors and international observers, President Tinubu declared Nigeria more stable than ever, pointing to reduced fuel queues, exchange rate reforms, and security restructuring. His administration has made notable moves: the floating of the naira, partial removal of fuel subsidies, and aggressive reforms in customs and tax. Yet critics argue that this so-called stability is surface level, while deeper fractures, ethnic mistrust, political suppression, and widening poverty continue to ferment unrest. Inflation remains high, food prices are unbearable for many, and the naira, though slightly recovered, still trades under pressure. Most importantly, Nigeria's security outlook remains precarious, with banditry, kidnapping, and insurgent violence still widespread in parts of the country. So when Tinubu says Nigeria is stable, the question becomes, for whom? For foreign investors seeing macroeconomic reforms, or for the ordinary citizen facing rising transport costs, insecurity, and political exclusion? Critics say the administration's message is more about public relations than reality. Peter Obi's resistance in Edo, Kwankwaso's fury from the north, and Tinubu's declarations of stability form a perfect triangle of Nigeria's present political contradiction. One leader warns of dictatorship at the state level. Another cries exclusion at the national stage, and the man at the top insists the country is fine. These competing narratives are not just political theater, they are signs of a nation grappling with its identity, its unity, and its future. If Nigeria is to be truly stable, it will require more than reforms and rhetoric. It will require inclusion, respect for dissent, and genuine equity in governance. As the Nigerian president assures the world that the country is now stable, key opposition voices are erupting in dissent, exposing fractures not only.
But what infrastructure are they talking about?
That's what I was about asking you. That is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu deliberately, ignoring the North in his administration.
Yeah, no, you know why? I think if he consolidates
northern roads,
yes,
still in deplorable state.
Maybe
after many years.
Not only APC, not only APC, they have always been there.
Not only APC, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or Buhari that served for 8 years.
But it's not only Buhari. This will have been there more than any region.
40 years of, 70 years of.
And you're still talking about infrastructure, roads that have not been, attended to. This is a man that is just up to just barely 2 years in office, and they're already giving him heat. Maybe government have sensed correctly that these people have a way to another pattern to deal with you. Then let me work on middle belt, and if I can hold middle belt, then I will throw it back to you. Consider the issue of insecurity, and it's a calculated one, and I believe that he's able to consolidate middle belt. Then what is it when they talk about 19 northern governors minus middle belt from it? Then let us know where they are claiming that they have numbers that can do what go. Since they don't want to understand simple something, they are not selfless at all.
Yeah.
Look at the way Atiku is misbehaving. You'll be contesting. Can't you go and rest? You still want to come out again against Southampton? And you guys, no, it doesn't work that way.
Okay, I'm still coming bac to you. The aspect of resource allocation. Is it intentional?
See, you are taking up, you want to bring up another topic. Which I don't want to digress into that.
All right.
Because if you are talking of resource allocation, they are getting the highest by number of local governments, by number of everything, by number of states. They are getting the highest. By constituency and everything. Don't let's go into that. Now, in the issue of roads, you are just asked. I want to limit myself to that now. The last 8-year Minister of Work is Fashola, former governor of the state. And I'm taking my time to study Fashola, to listen to him number of times. Out of all the roads Fashola did for 8 years, go and check the number of roads that are constructed here, that belongs to the north and the one that belongs to the south. You will see majority of the roads that were done, they are more in the north than the south. Under Buhari, deliberate is an instruction. That's what Buhari wants. And who is the minister today is principal. That's what principal said. Those are so road they must do. Compare with number of south. Do you know how many years it took them to finish Lagos Express Road? They don't even finish it until until Tinubu finish it eventually. So that's just to tell you the strategy they have been using. Whereas in the case of the north, they finish all those roads with this specified time. Lagos Ibadan, that is the busiest road, maybe the second in Africa, took almost 3 tenure to before it's finished. So we know what is going on. It's just that these people are. See, I don't want to sound sentimental or tribalistic in some sense, but when the needs come, you must just to say it. I don't understand why you see power as only means of survival, only means of what you must always be. We are just left power less than 2 years. Another section because it's the power. You're not crying wolf where there's none. You're saying there's fire where there's no fire anywhere. What about your man that would have been in saddle for 8 years, who took rail line to the Republic, whereas the whole side is Oyibo land. Rail line did not pass through there. And I mean, she be the minister from that region, and Igbo man, bear Igbo name. He could not dare his principal that, sir, the section of the country, where this rail has not passed through. Why are we taking to another section? Where are we taking to another country? I watched Amechi. He said the land of South is being looked into. They will do it. They will do it. Whereas you take it to Bobomadi in the Nigeria Republic.
Now, if they have the highest number of road constructions, is Kwankwaso trying to use sentiment to play politics ahead of 2027 elections?
They are just trying to see. They have seen power as the only means of survival. The reason why they are in Nigeria is just to be in power. So it's just that they couldn't. Just after they say that power will not go to another place. Otherwise, they knew that if they had done that, there will be anything called Nigeria again. So that's why they reluctantly allow power to leave their hand. And the minute they reluctantly allow to leave, they will now be on your neck. They will hold your neck. They will allow you to breathe. They want to squeeze you out of that.
I'm coming back to you. Yes. Why are you using regional sentiment to play politics? Since he knows that the North has highest number of
maybe we will take ourselves
under the administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari.
Yes, but can we take ourselves back? I remember a secret that was disclosed during the life tenure of the former president. I don't. Maybe he's late now or Buhari. You know. He told a World Bank chief that they should concentrate more in the north than any other region, secretly. Yes, until the man in question now disclosed it. The north is always fond of using the middle belt as a tool of political warfare. And that is why the issue of Middle Belt Forum was championed by a southerner, by a southwest man. Odumaki, the late Odumaki, Inka Odumaki. Because if we don't break this monopoly, okay, we continue to recycle this thing over and over and over again. And it's what is giving. Plus, go to North. I've been in the North. I stayed in Kanu when the same Kwankwaso was governor. Gaduje was his deputy. And I can tell you that the population they are talking about here in Nigeria, the so-called North have, is still questionable. Yes, it's still questionable. So coming out now to say this thing is happening, but when they were building railway in Niger Republic, building mansions, because I still pray that one day truth will come out. Whether this man have located in Niger, we don't know yet. Because he said it before he was about to leave office. Yes.
It's coming out.
It's unfortunate. Then what happened to a region that have never produced presidency for the past 60 years? Why is the northern part always interested in this? And not only that, Mike, for over 60 years now, they had the resources of Niger Delta, the so-called Niger Delta they created. 22, all the oil wells belong to the north. Still, they are not satisfied. Well, I keep on saying it. In as much I do not have a soft spot for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the best thing is to break this country. Let us see, bros. Where are they? I don't know how many resources they have. They have whatever they have. They say they have population. They have what? And let them factor it and engineer add one nation. Let us see what will happen at the end of the day. They just see they born 20 million in 1 hour. Then and they are expecting us that everything that is keeping Nigeria economy running is from the south.
Thank you.
But the resources, they had it onto conquest. Not only that, they are still bringing Fulani jihadi to be killing people.
Which is what we are against now.
Mike, see, like Femi will say, there's nothing Nigeria can offer Southwest. Southwest cannot offer themselves.
They have been offered before. They have gotten it before.
They say this all the time.
Every time.
I'm just telling you, what is it? What is this fraternity? That it must be not, it must be this, it must be that. The most disgraceful is that they kill people, they kill some people in they be killing people, and one day the people revenge. The governor Mondo Okpebholo, what they call him, flew to Sokoto to go and pay homage. Why his own people are dying?
Which is very, very bad.
I don't understand this northern hegemony over the south, because they felt that the south, bros, as I'm talking to you now, Britain is no longer interested in anything that has to do with Nigeria. I'm telling you, if Nigerians decide today this is the way to go, bros, we are not fraternizing with anybody again. It's becoming an embarrassment.
Of course, 100%.
Okay, nobody contested against Buhari. He flew. In the northern turn, the South will respect themselves. When it is in northern turn, the South will respect themselves. When it is in southern turn, the North will start giraffing. I think we should not embarrass himself, and they should at least respect.
No, let him embrace himself. I like that.
Natural justice. If they don't want to respect the law, they should respect natural justice.
Yes, I keep saying it.
As simple as that.
I keep saying it. Mr. Mike, I keep saying it. Let me repeat your article again. Turn time. There is turn and time in everything. We also all seem to be talking. There are other reviewers standing by.
Yes.
Why don't they get crashed into our turn and our time to be talking? Mike, how would you feel? How would the viewers watching us? How would they feel? They will see us as disorderly people who are not organized.
Even if it happens at times.
You see, sometimes you do allow somebody to just come and intervene, just come and just give you one or two. It's not that it's best. You allow that means to respect time and time of the people who are speaking now.
You're very correct.
Yes, others are waiting behind. This is Akusi Mr. Mike, Akusi Mr. Bemi. They are waiting. This is Benja. Others are waiting to take their time and time. So there is time and time in everything. Like my co-speaker has said.
Is it so in politics?
It is so. It is so in politics.
It should be so in
politics. It should be so because every part of the country has competent person. Mr. Mike, don't tell us that competency. I didn't tell me there's a competent person in Yugoland. Emeka Yoku, former Secretary of Commonwealth. He's not competent. So the issue of saying competency, there's a competent person come up, is a deceitful statement. There's competent person in every tribe. So you must not, Yoruba must not, because we are majority, we not dominate the minority. That's injustice. You are dominating people. You are not allowing others to have their say. And there's equity, justice, and fairness as well. Yes. So the North time has come. Their 8 years has gone. This is the tone of the South. That's why Atiku, because he doesn't respect time and tone, he's working against God. Because God is the God of time and tone. And God is the God of equity, fairness, and justice. Yes. All those 5 things. If you don't respect it, then the 61 I've been saying it, Nemesis will catch up with you. I just cut off with Atiku first in 2003. When you left 5 people, got 5 governors out of Supreme Convention in Abuja against Jonathan. He never knew that the same thing is going. He never knew that the same thing is coming back to him in 2023 when he now got the same ticket of presidential candidate. You know, this is what happened to me as well. And that's 11 governors against him too. That's nemesis. That's law of karma. That's law of Usman and raping. All right. So let's not respect the tone of the South. I'm saying let our 8 years alone be completed. I'm not coming for Tinubu. All right,
no, the Aso Rock the economy is stable. The one that is in Aso Rock, they are running in Aso Rock, is the one that is stable. Yes, that's my response to that. It's stable. Is he not going to borrow more money?
Don't you think the president sees what you don't see?
No, but he said he's seeing everything. He is coming to that angle again to say another thing at the end of the day. So it means that the Aso Rock economy is different from what other economy that we are experiencing every day on daily basis. So when he said that the economy is stable, then it means that the Aso Rock, where they have their fake meeting, where they have the likes of Ababio, where they have the likes of all of them, they are actually stable. Never know they take light there. Everywhere is pure. So it's a stable economy in Aso Rock. Mike, let me tell you, there's always a yardstick to measure a prosperous economy.
I like that.
There's always a yardstick
to measure it.
Yes. Mike, we are here. I keep on saying it, and I keep on saying it. Until that vision of Gani Fayemi, the late Gani Fayemi, comes to pass, that any day we walk on the streets of Lagos, anywhere in Nigeria, and we are still seeing children carrying granite not up to 1,000 naira and trek from here to Ojeleba. Okay, Nigeria is not working. That's my justification for that.
Thank you.
Until I see that, with the kind of resources I still remember when Nuhu have not been, Nigeria have never happened to Nuhu Ribadu. He said that the money they have looted in Nigeria is enough to feed the entire Africa.
They are bringing it back.
Okay, look at the man. They said that he stole a pension money. Go and see now. He's feeding his dogs with.
I know.
Yes. Go and see the video he's doing now.
They will all bring that money.
As regards the issue of economy, our president have just said, there could be growth in the economy, but how to measure, like my co-speaker have just said,
Measuring it
is that it is youth development to measure growth in any economy you are talking about. Any growth you are talking about, yes, could be recording growth. You can say your economy recorded 3.5% growth. Yeah, of course, yes, it's not new, but the measurement of that,
the effect
of it, the impact of
the
that,
lives of the masses.
The development in the life of people. So there's a difference between growth and development. If you require growth in the manufacturing, in this, that, does it translate to development in the life of your people, or does it worsen their lifestyle, their cost of living, or living standard? If you so-called growth you are recording in your economy is worsening the development, the cost of living, the living standard of your people, then it's nonsense. So you forget about your figures. So the cost of living, living standard in the life of people is not improving, it's degrading, it's going downward. Yes,
on a daily
basis. So whatever any statistics you are reading out to us, statistics and data you are figuring, you are quoting to us, it doesn't make any sense to any human being on the streets.
All right, I don't need to abandon our viewers in the comment section.
Yes.
I can see comments.
Yes.
You know, coming in, gushing like water. And I quickly need to rush to the comment section to see what they are saying. Like I do say on the program, both the viewers and reviewers. Michael, they are our word reviewers. Thank you so much, gentleman Mike. All right, let's quickly move down to what Baba Yaga is saying here. What are you producing? What are you exporting? Alive. We have Baba Yaga on it again. Oil in South belongs to Jigawa, but all their resources, they are using it to fund BH. That's worry. If I'm not making a mistake, Abi. That not should be
Boko Haram.
Okay, Boko Haram. Sorry, okay. Boko Haram. Yeah, BH. Boko Haram. That not should be like Dubai. Backward bunch of people. We have Nathaniel Abu saying Southern politicians defended Buhari poor performance. Northern leaders are not like that. They don't blame them for speaking up. They defend Buhari's poor performance.
Oh yes, because they have a reason for doing that, for defending Buhari. You know, but the truth of the matter is that we still know the very truth. They defended Buhari because if you look at what Buhari was doing then, you know. It was only the Southeast that rejected Buhari. It was only the Southeast that rejected Buhari.
There are some in the middle that they reject Buhari now.
What did they say? We are not going to vote for you. And they did it. And he came back and punished them. But whatever now? Whatever happened? Have we been able? Can the South? I don't know why the South is always, even in the Senate, I don't know why the South is always afraid to confront these canker worms.
They are not ready.
You don't know the damage these people are doing, you know. I'm telling you, if they tell you what these people are, the calamity, the backwardness they have brought on Nigerian leadership, simply because the man there control 21 or 22 oil well. And every rich man, governor, senator has to pass through that tutelage of funding. They have the resources. Now then will give you more structure, go and make money, and then plant you there as governor.
All right, because of our time, let me quickly rush down to the comment section again. Mr. Chinedu, this is coming from Nathaniel Abu. Mr. Chinedu, sorry, Michael. Mr. Chinedu, Tinubu is running a sectional government during Buhari.
Yes.
Oji, Uzo, Devumai, Keyamo, additional defended him. Not like that, please.
But let me correct one impression. Oji Zokalo is a write-off completely. We know where he's coming from, and he belongs to APC. As simple as that. And there's no how they can be in APC and criticize the same APC. But we are talking about the reality on ground.
Emmanuel Obuji, for me, that's for him. Instead of not to grab power, let Tinubu continue.
Tinubu continue. I said, Mike, I said it before. If the North doesn't respect themselves, I understand that, and don't see the Southern part of this country as weak, or that they as a look at what they are planting now, and I know by God's grace it is going to be resisted again. They are planting another Ruga. That all the states must establish Ruga. You see, it's coming, Christopher, what they call him. That's the only way peace can come. But they forgot that this thing has not died yet.
I'm still coming. It's still on it. Let him end or divide Nigeria, because if power enters north, that's the end of Nigeria. Yes. Terrorists will take over the country. This is coming from Nana Lubujan. We have Tani Molaji saying good morning from the United Kingdom to City Stand and Crew. Nigeria can be better, but not with the set of people in power. Nigeria keeps going backwards while other countries are excelling. It's a shame. Moving on. All right, National Abu, Southern politicians are selfish, hence they are enjoying the money.
Yes, because the North is empowering them. Some of these politicians, go and check their record. Go and check all the senators, all the governors who has been governor in this part. Go and check their history, including all these accounts. Go and check where the source of the money is come from the North. And that's why they are behaving police
to pay a particular allowance to officers. Then the man don't call IG to go and verify. Have you paid? The man was just passing by on the road of Abuja, and he called one Yaya police that stand with his trouser, not reaching ground, and he called him that, have they paid you so money? The man said, no sir, they have not paid us, no problem, don't worry, just stay there. He called IG. Say, so you have not paid this guy the money I asked you to pay them. My brother told me that in the middle of the night, have you ever heard that they are begging you to come and collect your money? Okay, you must come late, collect your money, collect your money, no, because the IG is in trouble. That is a president that wants to know what is going on the street. The president that will sit down. Let me tell you, somebody like Tinubu cannot run president that will know what is happening on the street. He run the government of elites. Tinubu deal with boss, elite. Not look at example of what you are saying in Lagos State here. All these women you see that they are sweeping here, they are not collecting their money directly from government. They have been mortgaged. It is based on contract. That's what Tinubu do. You go and meet your boss. Go and meet your oga. He doesn't deal with people on the ground.
Now, I'm still coming back to that. Just one mind. Is it right to have claimed that Nigeria economy is stable amid rising insecurity, rising inflation and poverty?
Thank you, Adequate Michael. I think that statement, a lot of Nigerians may not be able to relate with it because it's contrary to their day-to-day experience, and that is what should matter. At the end of the day, whatever economic policies government is putting in place, if there is improvement, if there is significant improvement, it must trickle down to the people, and they can begin to feel that, okay, I think we now have respite in this area. Just as my brother said, things are still up there. Inflation is around 24%. The lending rate even from the banks, interest rates about 27.5% as we speak, which is not good for business. A lot of people cannot even take facilities from banks to do business and all of that. So if your economy is still operating at that level and you are rolling out that there is stability, I don't know the kind of stability he's talking about. What we still have on the average is not good enough. Nigerians are still groaning in terms of the deliverables that they are expecting from their government, which they are not seeing as we speak. So that statement is strange. I believe it to be strange to a lot of Nigerians that the economy is stable.
Yeah, it's even strange to the viewers too. I think the viewers are now commenting on what the president said yesterday. Now, let's quickly look at what he said again yesterday. He told the governors to wet the grass. That's what he said, wet the grass. And he told them to extend the goodies to the grassroots. Now, would it mean that the governors are the problem of the economy of President Bola Ahmed, of the economy of this country? We understand that they are giving allocations in the administration of President Bola Ahmed that is doubled, is it tripled or thrice of the previous time three of what the previous administration. They've never had it so good like this. But what is the problem?
Mr. Michael, let me tell you, that challenge is a self-inflicted one for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because the yam and the knife, both of them are in the hand of Mr. President. He can do whatever he like. I don't have any problem with Mr. Tinubu's ideology of empowering states, of more power to the state, of power diffusion to the state. But when you are doing something and you see it's not working, you need to retrace your step back a bit and re-strategize. That okay, since I've been giving you governor good amount of money and it's not reflect, then I have to cut so that I will do something from federal if that's what you want. You cannot be this one that is not asking.
All right.
Yes, I was saying that we as we speak, we are using close to half of our earnings to service debt, and yet the borrowing has also continued, and all of that. So the whole thing is strange to Nigerians that despite the fact that we are earning more now as a result of the subsidy removal, those monies that were saved ought to have been available for infrastructure and all of that they promised, which average Nigerians are not seeing at the moment, Michael.
Okpebholo has dared, Obi has dared Okpebholo, telling him that he will enter Edo State whenever he feels like. What do you have to say?
That is courageous word from Peter Obi, and despite that Obi is a calm guy, Obi is humble, doesn't mean that they should take him for granted and they should be insulting him here and there. Obi this, Obi that. No, I like that statement, and I want him to give Okpebholo what he really wants. We are in Nigeria, and since when has it become priority that you must request for your own presence in a particular state in Nigeria? When a state that Nigeria that we call a country, since when has it become compulsory that you must request that you are coming to a particular state in this country? Nigeria is, when you say Nigeria is one, then it's one. Then if you want to separate your Edo State, then let us know. And honestly speaking, somebody like Mando Okpebholo, you see, sometimes not only that you are not intelligent, that you don't go to school doesn't mean that you are not intelligent. Some people don't go to school, but they are intelligent. Highly intelligent, but they don't go to school. But this thing is there. That you don't go to school doesn't mean that you should allow anybody to be pushing you anyhow. If they push you, tell them that no, this kind of thing. What reputation do you want me to have before people? This thing he's doing is just continue to be downgrading himself. He's just downgrading himself, and I think what Obi said this time around is where this is. It's a very. I give kudos to Peter Obi for that.
What is the issue of marginalization true about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration?
Who is marginalizing who?
The North.
Oh, leave Kwankwaso alone, Jare. I've seen the news. Don't mind Kwankwaso. People, because people gave him now. People gave him woto. I read one comment from Kano. He said, "Okay, what you are saying is not true." And he mentioned a lot of project that is ongoing in North. No. So what are you now saying that Tinubu is concentrating on the South? What is he concentrating on the South? Is he this road you want to talk about? Lagos, Calabar, that they just do less than 5 minutes.
That be the problem?
Is that the problem? Or is it the road? What is the name of this project? Badagry, Sokoto. Badagry is going to lead to Sokoto now. So what special project is Tinubu doing in the South that you are popping your eyes? So what is he talking about?
Why is Kwankwaso crying?
Allow me to quickly touch on the Obi, Mr. Peter Obi's issue. I think Obi's quiet disposition should not be taken for foolishness, and I think it is a warning or an advice, let me put it correctly, to the governor of that state to tread very softly. The right of movement is fundamental, and Obi doesn't need a permission from him, even as a sitting governor, to be in that state. For the mere fact that he even heard that Obi will be visiting that state, it is his job to ensure his safety, the safety of Obi himself, for the fact that he doesn't need permission. There are two different things. Obi doesn't need to seek for his permission. But the fact that it's in the news that Obi will be visiting the state, it is his job to ensure that there is adequate security for him and for every other person that will be in such gathering. So as to the Kwankwaso,
I said, why is he crying?
The Kwankwaso matter, I think it should be ignored. For an average northerner, power is like oxygen. And the moment they are not in the saddle, they begin to cry blue mother and all of that. So within the 2 years, even less than 1 year of Tinubu administration, there was tension in the north, as if
X in the northern region and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I think it was on that crest that El-Rufai is mounting his hatred for Bola Ahmed Tinubu for having reneged on the promise earlier made with the northern X. And if Kwankwaso is now coming to the fore to say the same thing, you should know that there are some things that cannot really fly in the public domain. Now, it means that he backed down on their earlier promise agreement that he had with the northern X over there. You see, if we want to check the trajectory of Nigerian history, you know, the colonialists that circumscribed us into one entity did it to fed their own interest. It was not the collective interest of every Nigerian. That is why we've always have these hiccups, rearing to the fore in our governance administration system. And Kwankwaso cannot be far from this because they have turned this, this country into their own personal business. That if your interest is not served, then you come outside and shout, hey, they want to kill me, I want to die. Instead of the other way around, I think the Nigerian masses, if we are to put it on numericals, it outweighs the entire elite. And we should be talking about governance system that embodies every person within that entity called Nigeria. A situation whereby somebody, because you wanted something from a particular person who is in government and you are not seeing it, you are not coming out to say, okay, this person has not, it doesn't make sense. It wrong contrary to any rational thinking person. And that is my take on that for now.
All right, Mr. Kunle, do you see the president addressing this accusation by Rabiu Kwankwaso, the leader of NNPP in Kano State? And apart from that, now that he's no contesting the 2027 election, don't you think there will be a problem if he fails to address this issue of marginalization in his administration?
I think Alhaji Rabiu Kwankwaso is on the political, loneliness. So as it is, I don't really even look at any statements. I don't really look at any statement that has been dished out from his mouth, because this same Kwankwaso is the one encouraging all these foot soldiers to destroy, to come into any regions and cause chaos, and the same Kwankwaso that will stand for them, that is going to, put back any damages that these people, because he has some movements of people like Buhari too, so he always rely on that.
Kwankwaso movement.
Yeah, it's a Kwankwaso movement. Yeah, they are always stable to support him. But this time around, I don't know how you can gather them together again. But the Kwankwaso you are talking of is a great snake under the green grass, because majority of the problems we are seeing what's it called, ethnic problem. We remember in Ile-Ife, when these charlatans, when they started causing problem, it was Kwankwaso that first of all landed in Ife and started telling them any damages they caused is going to be responsible and cost. But you don't always want this your movement or this your people. And I can see the way you think Kwankwaso is. We've not really known him, because when you get to read his mind, you know Kwankwaso is a very dangerous guy. Very, very dangerous guy. Even more dangerous than El-Rufai. Because he doesn't talk, he's always silent. But the evil agenda in him always making, the evil agenda is studied in him. I think I always look at it as if Kwankwaso, people that don't know Kwankwaso, they should be very careful of him. And I can tell you heartedly, Kwankwaso does not like the South people, the Southern people. Yeah, let me tell you that. Because he's just a natured man that always stand by that if any Southern governor or president coming into power, those are the ones that will strategize the downfall of the person, because when you reach out all your archmen that they should go and start causing trouble, and you don't want them, the only thing is I'm going to compensate anywhere the damage, I'm going to so Kwankwaso, I don't think people should not take him serious, and the Mr. President should be very careful of Kwankwaso as it is.
Don't you think it's going to affect Mr. President's votes from 2027?
It's Kano.
Forget about his influence in Kano State.
Yeah, he has influence, but his influence can easily derail. It can really wipe off. As it is, no man has all the monopoly of what's it called? Monopoly of wisdom. So to me, I think the Kwankwaso we knew then, it's not the same Kwankwaso now, because his status has been diminished a bit. As it is.
As the focus center that we know Kano to be in any election, how do you think this would affect President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Since Kwankwaso is complaining.
You see, one thing we should be very, very happy for in the South is the education that we are being given, even championed by the late sage Chief Obafemi Awolowo. If not for that system, I think most of us would not have been able, we would not have been privileged to have seen the 4 walls of the school. And I want to thank God that in the southern part, the sensitization about political happenings is so high compared to what is obtainable in the north. And it is now that most of the northern guys are now appreciating what education stands for. And they say education kills the blight of ignorance. I want to believe that Kwankwaso is he has a cult followership in the northern region. You cannot take it away from him. But I also mentioned on this platform severally that politics is about alignment and realignment, and it is predicated mostly on numericals. It is the number that speaks. How do you now draw the numbers to yourself? It's now left for Mr. President, to do, or any other person that wants to come to the fore. But if you now say you want to whittle down his influence in North, that might be another albatross on the neck of the APC-led government. I want to believe that there is always a political solution. A political problem requires a political solution. And I believe that when it comes to that, I think the Mr. President and his acolytes, they can go to the drawing board and see where their comparative advantage lies. Or they can also look deeply into that northern region and see somebody who has the same clout in terms of followership that Kwankwaso muster, so that they can also use that person to also appropriate to the electoral value come 2027. I want to believe that Mr. President is wise enough to do the needful regarding that.
All right, according to Mr. President yesterday at the NEC meeting, Nigeria's economy is now stable. Can we trust Tinubu's economic assurance? Has it translated to any meaningful results in your own life,
Mr.
the entire Nigeria?
Mr. Mike Adekule, yes, I want to also put you on the hot seat. I think I have to rephrase the question, because you are not also living in the moon. We are both living in this firmament called Nigeria. As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu policies had, or rather has, any bearing with the quality of life that you are living now compared to successive governments that you have come to know? You understand? Answer me. I'm putting you now on the spot. You understand? But you see, propaganda as a tool in politics at times is welcome to some degree, but the way it is being played in this crime is it run contrary to common sense and any rational thinking, or it is illogical. How can you tell me that you are easing off my pain and you are still sitting on my neck? Then how can you ease off my neck, my pain? You are sitting on my neck with all the weight. Then I think it makes mockery of whatever democracy that you and I know. And if Mr. President said that our economy is really having it's not having any trickle effect or bearing on the generality of the masses. And that's the way I see it.
It seems we are gradually seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, especially on his renewed hope agenda.
Yeah, I'm seeing the light, but the light is not so much brighter for ones to be, saying that it's okay now for the country. I can tell you wholeheartedly that our external reserve now is like $40.11 billion. And I think that will stabilize the economy a bit, but they have not really started any movement of stabilizing the country with that kind of amount. We were once one of the top notch in the African country once. That Nigeria has the best economy. I think it was under Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala that came to stabilize the economy then, and I can say wholeheartedly it's not yet wuru for Mr. President, because as it is now, the internal spending among the his allies, they should reduce it. Unnecessary spendings, they should cut it off to alleviate the suffering of the masses. And again, why is Kwankwaso? I'll go back to Kwankwaso issue. Why is Kwankwaso so envious of the Southeast? The Southeast that has been shortchanged of the of the state's creations. The Southeast, that's the erosion, everything. They don't even have a rail line that is befitable for them. And saying Kwankwaso still coming and being envious of the Southeast. I mean, that should be there must be something that they have to check on that, and then somebody like that brain as it is. So to me, there must be equity. There must be equity in the land. Nevertheless, we want to split or we want to decentralize. Let everybody has his own balance. There's Economic Development Commission in the South, Northeast. Likewise, why is he not complaining? Then why is he not complaining when they're implementing the Northeast Economic Development Commission? So you see, the Nigeria we have now, it is time for everybody to come to reality that we need to sit down and talk and engage ourselves, that we cannot continue like this.
Kule, last week or so, you were praising Kwankwaso. That was on Monday. This same Kule was full of praises for Kwankwaso on Monday after his meeting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is coming from Udeze Chima. Yeah. Now you are condemning him. Yeah,
I can condemn anytime. I can condemn and I can praise anytime. But when it's going outside astray, yeah, I will still call him back. I praise the president and I call out president likewise. That's the kind of person I am. So if you're doing, I see right movement on your side, I will praise you. And I see that if I see that you are taking the wrong steps, I have to say it out. That is my take.
Antnam is saying, Mr. Michael Kwankwaso said Tinubu developing the South more than the North. He never mentioned South. Yes, South more than the North. And he mentioned roads, the probable state of road in the northern region compared to the ones in the Southeast. All right. Thank you so much for that, Antnam. I will move down to who again? All right, Antnam, companies making palm oil recording massive profits. You guys are dash. All right, move down to another comment. Good. Atiku, Kwankwaso and Obi are running separately. All these PDP people will divide their votes. This will make it easy for Jagaban to win in 2027.
Yeah, so be it, and because they are getting confused before election already. So if you don't prepare, you will fail to plan plan to fail. So the way they are now, I don't think they don't even understand themselves. Look at ADC. ADC now, I'm sure you will see the crisis erupting from that ADC. Look at Labour. I think Obi has to know what's how that they can easily, quench the crisis that may be coming from Labour, because Daiti, I watch Daiti on one of the media program. Daiti Baba, yeah, the guy spoke. Man, that guy, I never knew. He's so sound and so. But to what he just said now, that he's moving, he has moved back to the Labour, just to prepare Labour down for the incoming election that is that is approaching. So to me, I want to say kudos to anybody that have it right in that what's it called, the presidency seat, and God bless them all.
200. You know what they tell me? They say there's no paper of 200. It's 500.
And the economy is stable.
No, the president was saying the economy is stable. In which way? Common paper. Paper is not import. Where they produce in Nigeria, they say 500. No. Nigeria don't see. There's something where Mr. President are doing things in good way. In one way, is doing things in bad way. The way it's running things, and it's not putting eye on government, on the governors. He owns just put money, give them money, anything they want to do, let them do it. He's not care of it. Things are going wrong. Things is going wrong in the nation. Yes, the way that I like Mr. President, what he did, that give me joy, that making the Northerners feeling pains, is that nonsense of revoking of oil boom nonsense. Because he have already seized it, collect it, and that is why they are getting more money. They are paying more money to the governors. That private oil taxes are using, Mr. President has already withdrawn it. So kudos to him to do that such job. I like it. Because all the whole Northerners, based on it, far away from the north to the southeast, southwest there, having oil well. So as Mr. President have already cancelled it, that's good. But even if you be doing like this, looking all those tough men, bringing them, I would like it, not the poor like me. And let them do the real something, as my brother said it. Come to us, look on us, let this go smoothly. We will vote for you for 2027, but that 2027, it is a war between Tinubu and the North.
Especially the one that is in the west here, in our own south here, be open, because the Northerners are enjoying it in their side. My brother must tell you, the price of food you buy here is different from the price they buy that side.
Oh yes.
The price of rice over there is different from the price of rice here. Yeah. I speak from experience. I have friends that goes there. I have friends that just come. And they buy good ones. Good rice. Good rice. Not this cook and soak rice you are eating here. Managing it, enduring it. No. So then Mr. President should look into that aspect, and at the same time look into the security of our farmers.
Ant-Man, the president settled the governors. Your governors should settle you, which means the governors are responsible for this hardship.
Then if the government as a Mr. President settle governors, and governors are not settling the people, then Mr. President call them, they are under your cabinet.
Under his cabinet.
They are under his control.
Ensure they deliver.
They deliver. I could remember Amechi, when Amechi was a governor in Rivers State. There's one project that Amechi, give, which the company that did not do it. Amechi called a meeting in a field and was asking them. He said they should ask them. The whole microphone. He said, I have settled them. Let them tell us why they did not do what? Do that. Do the needful. Why can't Mr. President do that? to the governors. Whosoever you have settled that is not settling the people, then call that person in order. Let the public see, they are too secretive. That is why everything is like this. But if you come up with open the book, I believe that there will be adjust in one way or the other.
Oh, yes. If I remember when Fashola was the governor of Lagos State, where they are doing this, let me say, college road. This college road. Fashola used, once you reach in the towards 8 o'clock, Fashola will just drive down there and watch the place. See, and this is how it's supposed to be. And I remember far back time of Show Shagari, when Mbappe was the governor.